beat most teams. We just couldn't beat them, and when we lost, I didn't really feel bad. It really didn't bug me too much. It was like we lost, whatever. But Battlefield 1942 died out, and I moved on to Vietnam, where I guess it didn't really die out. Just kind of split the community in half. Like some teams went to Vietnam, and some teams stayed playing 1942. And I chose to play Battlefield Vietnam, for whatever reasons. I can't quite remember. I actually still played both. I actually was I was actually running a team of my own at the tender age of 16, which is a disaster considering that my voice crack problems were a lot worse. And there's this is embarrassing. There's this one instance where I was like going over strategy, and I was talking, and I just went into this long, elongated period of voice crack, and it was over. People were laughing at me, and it was dumb. It was over. I couldn't do anything. Whoa, barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. I guess Peppy's somewhere in here. I need to get a new gun. I don't know where anything is. But, I moved on to Battlefield Vietnam, and, 16-year-old leading a competitive team is not in good mix, so I'm honestly not surprised. We actually got approached by, I think, 2 different teams, and these were 2 of the top teams at the time, AEM, Army of the Epileptic Monkeys, and they wanted to, take the core of our team in and, I guess, integrate it with their own. But, before, it was there was 2 captains, myself and this guy named Super Squat, who was a convicted felon. Oh man, you meet people from all slices of life on the good old internet. It's kind of cute. There was this one time, he was actually talking shit to some kid, and I don't know where this came from, but he eventually ended up calling, the dude's dad, and, saying he'd rape him in the ass, and, beat him 10 ways to Sunday or whatever. It was ridiculous. It has nothing to do with anything, but it's comical to say the least. But it's eventually, we got the core of the team I was running or was in, PFG, Prize Fighting Goats. We got taken in by 20 ID, and it was game over from then. One thing that PFG always had was raw skill. It's you cannot find better infantry or better tankers or better teamwork anywhere else. But the one thing that they lacked, I never really played competitively with them before, but what they were known for, was their raw skill. But what they lacked was, I guess, a unity between all of their players. Why did I buy that? I thought that was the MPL. Where'd my Juggernaut go? Oh, I guess if you get blown up by the monkeys, it takes it away. Oh, that's very, very innovative and annoying, Treyarch. But what was I going to say? It's they lack strategy. They never practiced, they never scripted, they never refined their strategy. So they could play teams that were not as good as them skill-wise, but they would just get annihilated, because their strategy was a lot better. And 20 ID, they were always known for their amazing strategies and their amazing skill. But skill-wise, what we brought in, a lot better, I think, than anything they've ever had access to. Depends on who you ask, but oh, there's that barrel roll again. That's fun, and that's what made us so good. Is the strategies and the skill that we had, and just the ability that we had to be able to work together effectively. Most people in those kind of situations, they kind of need to have their hand held. It's they aren't able to react to, different situations and act accordingly. There's this one joke that the Dino Riding Jesus and I, always throw at each other was, back we were on opposing teams, and you know, I was playing for Team Warchild. He was playing for Prize Fighting Goats. Like, he had this one guy on his team. Like, we both knew him. His name was Beta, or his handle. Excuse me. His handle was Beta, and oh, I need some water. And I mean, this guy, I mean, he's one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, but when it came to video games, he was about as smart as a sack of potatoes. And there's this, we played on this one map where it's kind of a, you know, attack and push type map. You know, one side is defending, one side is attacking, and you know, the attackers, if they can capture all of the point. Oh shit, I think I backed myself. Can I open the door? Yes, I can. Where does this go? Oh, more doors. That's lovely. I have no idea where. Oh, AK-74U. Hello, hello to you. What the hell is this? Buy stamina. Huh, interesting. Oh boy, that is a big train, and that water slows you down like crazy. Alright. Gotta go find some MPL ammo. You're not MPL, PM63. But anyway, this guy, I mean, he was, you know, nicest guy in the world, you know, whatever, nice guy. But when it came to video games, he was terrible. Like, his niche, like his role that, you know, he claimed to fill was that he was an anti-tank guy. You know, he'd run around with the bazooka and take out enemy armor, and that was all he would do. Like, I can't recall a match. Like, oh shit, I am trapped! That's not good. Oh, constipated voice, I'm sure you guys missed that. Things get epic up in this bitch. Oh man, oh, this is not good. This gun has no ammo. I want that death machine. I'm not gonna get it. I don't think so. I think I should just run and throw grenades. Like, this guy, I mean, constantly, I mean, there's not a time I can remember where he wasn't at the bottom of the scoreboard. And, you know, you could argue that, you know, the score doesn't matter, but, you know, when the guy goes 3-20 consistently, you know, something is wrong. And like, the way this map works is, like, you know, the side I was on, you know, has all this armor, and you push up on their points and all that fun stuff. And, like, I came up on this point, you know, normally how this plays out is, you know, the allies give up this point because it's not worth defending, it's not worth the resources. But this guy, Beta, he was told to defend it for as long as he can, and then when it gets overrun, start spawning somewhere else. Or I guess maybe he was just told to defend it. You know, I guess he left out the, you know, if it gets overrun, you know, stop spawning there. And I came up on this point in this tank, and I just sat outside the spawn and killed him 15, 20 times over. You know, I figured, you know, why capture it when, you know, this guy will keep spawning there and will cost them tickets. Because, you know, in the way that game worked, or game mode in particular worked, is if you died, you would lose your point a ticket, and if you were able to enforce a bleed on their team, you know, via, you know, having majority points, you know, you would also cause a bleed. And, you know, 2 ways to cause a bleed, 3 ways actually, those 2 and team killing, or killing yourself, or whatever, suicides, that would cost you a point. And I figured, you know, as long as this guy spawns here, you know, I'm just gonna keep killing him to get the free points, and you know, cost them points. And he kept spawning there all game, and I just massacred him over and over and over again. You know, eventually we weren't able to pull out a victory, you know, for whatever reason, I can't quite remember, but I guess that would add 2 of the 3 to the rocket thingy rejigger to Pack-a-Punch. I don't know, I guess I should build up my points. But, you know, that, and like, we joke about this because, you know, any sane person would have thought, like, you know, hey, this would have noticed, like, you know, hey, this guy's just camping here and killing me over and over again. He's not making an attempt to capture the flag, so, you know, I should just, you know, take my losses and let them capture the flag and, you know, set up a position somewhere else. Not the case for this guy. You know, he needed to be spoon-fed, you know, directions on what to do, and you know, people like that are really not ideal for a any competitive team that, you know, wants to, I guess, get serious, at least for lack of a better term. And we always joke about it because, like, we play you know, multiplayer games together fairly often, and you know, whenever we see stupid people, we always make that reference. It's like, why would you do that? I mean, is it really not that obvious? You know, it's, I guess, you know, some things are more obvious to certain people than they are others. I don't know. It baffles me. And I don't know why. I don't even remember why I went into that story. Oh, yeah. It's like, anyway, I think... Actually, I don't remember at all. I don't. Huh. Well, I will take that. We will find another landy thingamabobber. And... ooh, bouncing betties. Okay, we'll take that. Are we, like, back in the past or something? I don't know. Ooh, what is this fancy? PhD flopper. You know, I'm just gonna stick with what I know, and that is getting the Pack-a-Punch, and then I'll start messing with all of this fun stuff. And this looks like a great area to start kiting. Blah, 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 blah. Lander's cooling down. Take me to Pack-a-Punch. Houston, we won't have a problem if you don't take me there. Is that it? No. I don't know. Maybe I need to make a crawler and explore or something. I don't know. Well, I think why I even went into the competitive thing is, you know, why I am the way I am. What the fuck? Oh, I guess you have to. Whatever. I guess you can't, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. Run away. I am out of ammo. Maybe I can kite them around here. No, this is pretty dangerous. These are definitely death traps right here. But I am going to go up the stairs and get me some ammo. Get my LaDainian Tomlinson on. Look at me, just juking him up a storm. Man. Let's see. Is it this way? I hope it is. I don't remember. I apologize if you're expecting, you know, amazing xcalizorz zombie gameplay, but this is the first time I've played it, so I don't really know what I am doing. Double Y that. Oh shit, oh shit, oh god, that slowed me down a lot. I think it looks like an extreme conditioning symbol. That would be worth it. Stamina, PhD flop, blah 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 blah. Oh, get out of the way, out of the way. Blah 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 blah. I guess I'll be kiting them around here for the time being. Oh well, it'll work. Got AK-74U ammo just right around the corner, so it all works out in the end. I think this may be the last batch of zombies, so I will make a crawler. So they have bouncing betties, but we're throwing frag grenades and not potato mashers. Interesting, Treyarch, interesting. Alright, let's see what this does. Stamina. I guess that replaces double tap. I think it is extreme conditioning. Hollaback, something people have been asking for a long time. But anyway, like, I guess the point I'm trying to make is, you know, I started off competitive gaming, you know, not on the best of team. You know, we were very solid, but, you know, we couldn't crack the top 5. You know, it didn't bug me. You know, I really, you know, when I lost, I didn't really think too much of it. But then I joined 20ID, and, you know, all we did was win, and win convincingly at that. You know, like I said, we only had 2 matches where I can recall that, you know, we were actually, you know, things went a different way. We could have lost, but we didn't. We pulled out a win, and, you know, that got me addicted to winning. You know, I had lost my knowledge of losing. I guess, like, you know, losing was a foreign concept to me. You know, I really started to get into it. You know, I started taking it more seriously. What the fuck is this? Well, this is not a nice corner. What does this lead to?